Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, to the channel IT Simplified. I hope you're finding these videos on Azure useful and subscribing to the channel. In today's session on Azure, I'm here to talk about one of the newest load balancing options that Azure has introduced called the Azure Front Door, and we'll see how to configure that end to end. So today, what we're gonna try to achieve is we'll try to create two web apps. They'll be in different regions. So I'll deploy this in say Canada and the other one in US, and we'll create a front door which, as I mentioned, is a new load balancer which Azure has introduced, and we'll see if we can route the traffic between the two. So just a little bit background on the front door. It is a layer 7 load balancer. It means that it works at the application layer. Of the OSI model, and it has built-in functionalities such as web application firewall. So if you want to route the traffic, you want to do web filtering, it supports both HTTP and HTTPS protocols. So that's why it is very powerful, and you can route the traffic, and it will act as a load balance, and that's what we try to see how to configure that. So with this, let me just switch over to my Azure Portal. What we'll do is we'll go to create a resource, and here let's pick web app. Let me name this ITS Canada if it is available. Yes, it is available. We'll create a resource group with the name ITS, or let me make it Canada. Resource group. You can choose the operating system, Windows or Linux. You can use the publication code or Docker image, but I'll leave that to the default. Under the app service plan, let me expand this, go to create new, and here I'll name this also ITS Canada, and I'll pick the location Canada Central. And under the pricing tier, I'll use the free because I just want to use it for test purpose, just to check how this works. So let me just pick dev test and F1, which is 1 gig memory and 60-minute per day compute, which is a free option, which is okay with me. And let me go and hit OK and click on create. Okay, so the deployment is succeeded. What I'll do, I'll pin this to the dashboard and close this. And if I go to dashboard now, you'll see that ITS Canada is up and running. So let me just go and expand this, and I get the URL here. So if I go and click on this, it will take me to the default website, which is created by Microsoft Azure. So what I'm going to do is I will use the Visual Studio just to tweak it a little bit. And the good thing about the Visual Studio is that right from within Visual Studio, you'll be able to publish this and link this to the Azure website, that the one that we created. So let me open my Visual Studio. I'm using 2017 Community Edition. If you want, you can go and download for free. And here you can go create new project. And under the web, I'll use the ASP.NET Web Application.NET framework. I'll name this ITS Canada, and I will store this at a place where I can reach. I'm going to create a new folder with the name Canada and select the folder and click on OK. And I'll use the MVC to now tweak this. Go and click OK. It will open the Solution Explorer for me. It is creating the project, and then we'll just do a quick tweak on the website just to segregate the US website from the Canadian one. Okay, perfect. So if I can go into my Solution Explorer, and if you can't see it over here, you can go under View and you can click on Solution Explorer. But what I can do is from here, I want to go under Views, and under the share I want to go to the layout.cs HTML and open this. And here I just want to do certain changes. So under the title, I just want to get rid of this and make it ITS Canada, and also the application name, I'll name it ITS Canada. Okay, and there are a lot of other things that you can do. So whoever is a web designer, they can tweak a lot, right? They want to customize this, but I just want to test this, how this load balancing will work. So what I'm going to do is go and publish, and here you can see that I can publish app directly to the Azure. So if I can go and click on start, I can create new or select the existing. Since I already have the existing, I can go and publish. It will pick my subscription, and if I can go under my resource group, this is the one which is ITS Canada, and I can click OK. It is preparing the profile, and hopefully we'll see the successful notification, and it should automatically open up in my web browser. So you can see that it's deploying and publishing the application. So hopefully the changes that we made will be applied over here. So let's wait for this website to open. Here we go. So ITS Canada has appeared over here. So that's good. That's what I wanted to change. So let me go to the portal one more time. So far we have just done this. So we have created the Canadian website. What I'm going to do is that I will create one in the US region. So let's go to the creator resource, go to web app, wow, it is very slow for some reason. I'm just gonna refresh. Try one more time. Now I will name this ITS US and leave everything to the default, very similar to the first one. I will change this to the free plan. Central US is okay. Click on create. Deployment succeeded. Pin this to the dashboard. And if I open this, it should open the website for me. Here we go. So that's fine. So very similar to the first one. I'm just going to tweak this page too. So let me open my Visual Studio. Okay, let me go to views, shade, and open the layout CS HTML. And let's make some changes here. Okay, and let's publish. Okay, perfect. So the changes that we made, so it is now hitting ITS US. So far we have completed both these steps. So we have created a web app in Canadian region and one in US region. So far so good. So then third and the final step, what we're going to do is to configure the load balancing, which is the front door. So from your, I can close all these. From your portal, you can go to all services and you can do a quick search for front door. Right, it will take you here. I've already pinned it to my favorite. Go and click on add. And it is asking us to deploy this in the resource group. I'm just going to pick Canada RG and review and create. Okay. Okay, so I have to configure this. So it's a three-step process. We have to configure the front-end host, backend pool, and routing rule. So let's go and give the host name for this. Let's name it backend pool if it works. No. It has to be as for the Microsoft. No, okay, I'm sorry. So it has to be actually a proper name. If you own a domain, you can also specify over here. So let me see. IT Simplified. Yeah, that's the one that I own. So I can go and select IT Simplified and go and hit add. So the first step is created, and the second step will add both these web apps in the backend pool. So go and click on this plus sign and name it. I will name it backend pool. Go and add a backend. I will add one by one. So backend host type, you can choose from app services, cloud service, storage, or custom host. We already created the app service, so I'm going to pick that. Pick your subscription. The first one I'm going to take is the Canada backend host name. You can pick HTTP as well as HTTPS port. You can give the priority, the weight. I will leave everything to the default and click on add. And now I will add the second application. Pick the app services, and this time I'm going to pick the ITSUS and leave everything to default and click on add. And add one more time. So we have added the front-end host in which we give us our domain name. So as I said that you can also specify your custom domain name if you own. I own IT Simplified, and you can add both these web apps that we created in the backend pool. And now the third and the final step is to create the routing rule, and just name it. Accepted protocol, I can pick either HTTP only, HTTPS, which is secured, or I can pick both HTTP or HTTPS. The front-end host is IT Simplified, which is okay. And you can choose the route type, you can customize all those things. What I'm going to do is I will leave those things to the default. Keep it simple, click on add and review and create. Okay, so the validation passed, and let's hit on create. So what we are trying to achieve is we'll see in case one region goes down, the front door or this load balancer is able to route the traffic to the other one, right? That's the objective. Let's go back. If I expand the notification, deployment has succeeded. If I go to my front door, under the overview, you see that you get a URL which is IT Simplified. That is what we specified in the front end host. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and plug this in the browser. I should be hitting, okay, I know it takes a couple of minutes after we have created this, so let's just give me a moment here. Okay, so when I was testing before, it gave me the same error, but after a minute or two, it started working. So I hope it will work. Okay, I'll give it a moment. Okay, let's try if it's working. Still not, even though I know that front door was created successfully, and that's what happened when I was trying to test this. It took a minute or two. Nope, still not. Let's give it a moment then. Because operational state is enabled and there was no exclamation mark or any red arrow that we got. We got all the notification to be successful. So I'm just waiting. It's right just in the Microsoft backend that is taking some time. Okay, both of them are green check mark here. So still nothing. Yep, you see that means that it was created successfully. And under the overview also it says it's all enabled. I'm pretty sure that it takes time, even though if it says that it is created, it takes some time for this to come up. hmm That's the thing of doing a live demo, right? I should be at least able to go to one website, and it should be the one which is closest to me. So I believe it should be the Canadian one because I'm in Canada, so it should hit Canadian web app. That's the idea behind this load balancer is it's try to reach the one which is closest to you. Yep, it's taking some time. Nope. It's all enabled. This one I see my backend port. So yeah, the Canada and the US were added successfully. So I don't see any reason why it should not work. Routing rule is also enabled. Okay, still nothing going on. Nope. Okay, let me try one more time. So I'm just gonna copy and plug this now. So now it is now hitting ITS Canada. So just an heads up, it will take at least 5 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes after your front door is created. So you can see that I'm able to hit ITS Canada, and as I was mentioning that because I'm from Canadian location, I'm hitting the one which is closest to my region. So what I want to test is now, let me just go to the portal and let me just try to stop this web app which I'm trying to hit, which I'm reaching right now. Let me see if the traffic's diverted to the US region. So that's the whole idea about now. If I go and you see the service is unavailable, which is predictable because I switched it off. So let me see. I should be getting the US region now. Still not. Okay. I hope I'm copying the right URL. I believe so, but let me just copy one more time. And here we go. So you can see that I'm now getting the US because my Canadian app is down. And that is what the front door will do, is that it will load balance, and you can apply these against multiple regions. So in this case, I have used Canadian and the US region, and it has, as you saw when we were configuring this load balancer, that it has advanced feature. You can create your own routing rules and customize it. It supports both HTTP or HTTPS, so you can do web filtering. So you can do a lot of granular thing because, as I mentioned, it's a layer 7 load balancer which works the application layer of the OSI model. So you saw how it is to configure front door web app end to end. I hope you found this video on Azure useful. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.